Well, Aboriginal peoples have a special relationship with Canadian governments because of the historic relationship. This isn't a minority. This is a group of people with special status. Well, how do you deliver services to those people? Well, right now it's through about federally and provincially dozens of ministries. So the idea of being able to provide a focused strategy is very difficult. Everybody wants to do it, but it's difficult. So what we tried to do and have been trying to do in the Ontario government that I'm no longer a part of, but it's the same government, is to use the Ministry of Aboriginal Affairs as the single point of contact for nation-to-nation, government-to-government dialogue, and then the minister turns around and liaises with all the other ministers. That only works if the first minister, the Premier or the Prime Minister, is willing to give that Minister of Aboriginal Affairs the clout to reach into those ministries, pull out program dollars, and deliver them pursuant to the government's agenda. And I enjoyed that circumstance with the Premier, but you need to have all those factors line up in order for the government to be able to respond in the most effective way. The self-governance question, which is really about First Nations and Métis and Inuit self-governance, self-determination rather, is about collective self-determination. And in that case, it's not the provincial politician or the federal politician or the city politician saying, here's the best way to help this Aboriginal individual in my city, but rather that decision-making authority and that judgment and that accountability and responsibility rests with First Nations leadership, Métis leadership, Inuit leadership. Now the conflict is there's set number of program dollars, number one, and number two, there's a decision-making process. And basically it's like this: when it comes to urban Aboriginals, who gets the last word? Is it Aboriginal leadership pursuant to their self-determination, or is it non-Aboriginal leadership, local governance, according to their best judgment, informed by Aboriginal peoples? And you might say, well, that's just an academic issue. It's not. It's a practical issue. And every decision involving urban Aboriginal peoples, the politician is likely to be criticized either by the stakeholder group who thinks that they are better placed to deliver the service, and they might be, or the First Nation or Métis or Inuit leader who says, that's not for you to decide, Michael Bryant, that's for someone else to decide. As self-government comes into reality in Canada, at the same time, non-Aboriginal governments need to continue to deliver services to Aboriginal peoples in an urban setting, knowing that we've not resolved that conflict, but knowing also that we can't turn our back on those needs.